guys, my name is Maike Watson and today I'll be telling you how to use the Erosion Audio Effect in Ableton Live. So I've got this little track called Pixelboy, and under Audio Effects go to Erosion and just pull it and drag it in. Okay, so you've now heard what Pixelboy sounds like without erosion. I'm going to activate it and play it again and change some of these controls, and afterwards I'll be telling you what these controls are and what they're doing that affects the audio. Okay, so really simple. You've got three options: noise, wide noise, and sine. Noise and wide noise both have a frequency, width, and amount parameter, and sine only has a frequency and an amount parameter, and that's also why this little bell curve that you see in wide noise and noise doesn't exist in sine, because there is no width, and so all that matters is the location of this little dot in this graphical plane. So the erosion effect degrades the input signal by modulating a short delay with filtered noise or sine waves. You can either have a mono noise, that's what this is, or a wide noise, which produces a stereo effect because it has independent noise generators for the left and right channels, and your sine wave. All of these functions add noisy artifacts, aliasing, or downsampling like distortions that sound quite digital. So let's start with this sine wave over here. You've got your y-axis, which is going down, your vertical axis, and your x-axis, which is your horizontal axis. Now your y-axis, if you pull this higher up, it'll increase the amount of the effect, and if you pull it down, it'll decrease the amount. You can also see the slider changing over there, and if you move it to the left, the frequency gets lower, as you can see, and if you move it to the right, the frequency gets higher. Now the higher the amount, the stronger the effect will be, and the frequency over here determines in which frequency range this audio effect is going to erode the sound by using this modulation generator. It's quite low down now, and you can hear it's quite shrill. So under noise and wide noise, this little orange circle does the same thing, with the x-axis being frequency, the y-axis being the amount, but now you've also got this width parameter, which you can change by holding Alt on either your Mac or PC and then dragging the yellow circle up and down. When you hold Alt, the y-axis essentially changes the width, so the actual circle is not moving, but you can see the width of this bell curve graph changes. If you're holding down Alt, you can't move it to the left or the right and change the frequency. And the same goes for noise. If you've got a high width, it's going to affect a bunch of frequency ranges across the board, and you don't have that option with your sine wave. So this is very narrow. This is wider, and the stereo one. When would you use this? Well, you can use it on single tracks. Say for instance you want to give a distortion type effect to your bass and give it a bit of high-end detail, but you don't like an amp that does distortion, you can use erosion instead. Or if you want your whole track to sound a little bit computery or 8-bitty, you can add the erosion to your master track. But just use it with care. You don't want to destroy the audio so bad that people can't listen to it. But you can also automate it and create cool little effects at end of phrases. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn about the other audio effects, you can check out this playlist. I'm going through each one, so if you like this, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.